We are live. What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel here, webtennis.com. Another episode of 7 Around 7. What's going on out there today? Happy Sunday morning, wherever you are. I'm still here. We are still here in the California desert. We're leaving a day later now. Looks like we're leaving Wednesday. Is that right? Okay, so we're leaving Wednesday for head north, Steamboat Springs, Colorado for probably about 5 months this year. And really looking forward to that, getting back to that routine, which is going to be great. So that's this coming Wednesday. And yeah, that'll be a 2-day trip. We'll stop somewhere in Utah for the evening and then pull into Steamboat on Thursday. Yeah, mid-afternoon, somewhere in there. Anyway, guys, what I've got for you today is I think something that's really important about, especially with your second serve. And that is the tempo of the tossing motion. And one of the things I see way too often is, number one, is players are not finishing the tossing motion. And then secondly, even if they finish it, they get there so quickly that there's no sense of rhythm or balance in the tossing motion and kind of the setup for the hit. So, excuse me. Thinking about asking my wife for a little bit of water, but yeah, that'd be cool. Thanks. I got a video I want to show you. Hold on for 1 sec. And let me bring that up. And here we go. Let me go back and do one thing first. Make sure that you can actually see this bad boy. And there we go. And I know it's a little blurry for right now, but we've got to get things started here. There we go. All right. So the tossing, thanks, babe. Thank you. The tossing motion, right? For me, the hands start, both elbows are bent, right? Very comfortable, very relaxed. You can see the fingers eventually kind of go limp, right? Almost come off the racket handle. But for me, the tossing motion starts when the arm straightens down. And now for me, what I'm feeling is, and we've talked about this before, is that I don't feel the ball so much in my hand as I do in my shoulder, right? So I'm really trying to raise that front shoulder to get the ball up. But as I do that, I don't want to do it quickly. I want to feel a rhythm and a tempo, right? And that once the ball releases, which is for me slightly above head high, is that nothing changes in the tempo of reaching up with the shoulder, right? So the tempo meaning, what is the tempo? Well, the tempo is a certain speed, right? In music, right? It's a certain beat. It's a certain rhythm. It's a certain speed. And just because the ball's left doesn't mean that speed changes, right? So one of the things I used to do before I got to Mr. Stowe is I would start flicking the fingers and the hand and the wrist right around here to get the ball up. I would actually prematurely stop the tossing motion, and a couple bad things happened. Number one is I never was consistent with where I wanted the ball to end up, right? But number two is, once I had the flick in here, I didn't finish the second reason of the tossing motion, which is to put you into the hitting position, right? So I would get to about here with the finish of the toss, and then I would try to swing from that position. And the whole purpose here is to put you into the upswing for your serve, right? For the hit. But I'm off topic. What I want you to feel is that there's a tempo in the lifting, releasing. The tempo doesn't stop. There's no stop right here. There's no change of tempo. You continue with that tempo until you finally extend and you get yourself into the serve, hitting the upswing position, right? And all that does for me is I don't rush through it. And when I don't rush through the tossing motion, just to get rid of the ball so I can get ready for the next shot because I'm worried, here it is 40-30. I'm serving for the set. It's 5-4, set point. I want to get rid of the serve because I don't want to deal with it. I want this guy to give me the point, right? No, you've got to feel that it's okay to stay into the tempo of the tossing motion all the way up. And then from there, you can just let her go. Okay. So look, yeah, that's it. That's it. The tempo of the tossing motion, right? It's got two purposes, the tossing motion. Number one, consistently being able to put the ball where you want to, depending on the type of serve. Now, it's a little misleading, the type of serve. I like to put my toss in the exact same spot, no matter what kind of serve I'm hitting. I want to be able to win my serve more on, not on just pure raw power, but on being able to disguise placement, right? Where am I going to serve? What kind of serve am I going to hit? And for me, the only difference between the first serve and the second serve is just a little less spin on my first serve. One of the things I would encourage you guys to do for the next month, make the month of June your second serve month. You got to be able to hit twice a week, hit 25 second serve, practice serves on your own. Get a bag of balls, 25 practice second serves, and get really relaxed with the racket speed. Get nice and relaxed in the hand so that you generate some natural racket speed on that second serve. I've never measured it. I'm not sure I could, but I'm willing to bet the house that I swing faster on my second serve than I do on my first serve, right? My first serve is just a less spin version of my second serve. My first serve is a less of a spin version of my second serve, right? I still need some shape in the first serve. We all do. We're not tall enough to be able to spike it straight down, right? Like in the overhead, if you get a short overhead, a short lob, you can spike that bad boy straight down, right? The geometry is working for that. But on the first serve, you still need a little bit of shape. So I would highly recommend twice a week, 25 serves on each one of those sessions, just second serves. And for the first couple of weeks when you're doing this, try to feel, well, how can I really swing fast, right? Not muscle, but where does the toss need to be? What's my body alignment need to be? For me to be able to create a nice kind of a rainbow shape that's got a little nasty bounce on that box over there, right? Stop thinking about kick or all this other stuff in here, all these terms. All you're looking for is a shape, a trajectory that when it comes down, it's got some bounce, right? Even if it sits up there for the returner, what are they going to do? Ball's about shoulder high. Most players aren't going to do anything with it other than just get it back. That's fine. But if you don't have a dependable, great second serve, the confidence level, especially when you're serving, is not great that whole game. And then your confidence level when you're returning is not great because you're going, God dang it, I'm getting my serve broken every third game, every third time I serve. Puts pressure on you for that return game. One of the ways that you can start to really generate some more racket speed on that second serve is to really start to develop a tempo in your tossing motion, right? Once that arm comes down, that tossing arm comes down, at least for me on my front thigh, and once I start bringing it up with the shoulder, there's a real rhythm and tempo to the speed of the arm coming up. And I would coach you and say, if anything, have a slower tempo speed as you come up, and just feel that, right? And especially when you release the ball, or when the ball comes out of your hand, is to see, are you maintaining that same tempo, that same lifting of the shoulder, lifting of the arm after the ball's gone? Because I look at it where the ball is halfway through my tossing. The release point of the ball in the toss is halfway through the tossing motion. And so there you have it. There you have it. All right, guys, I'm looking forward. Got a great workout scheduled this morning at 9 o'clock on the grass here at Mission Hills Country Club, the Big O. And Christian, we're going to do some king of the court type of singles points. Always fun. Had a great session yesterday with Jeff Jacklich, who's been here for a couple of nights. He's on his way to next week playing the National 60 hard courts in Irvine. This year, it's the 60s and the 70s, my age group, at the same week, next week, or this coming week. But I'm going to miss it this year. We've decided to go to Colorado and just, you know what, I'm just going to miss the tournament this year. That's okay. I got some serious training planned for the next 5 months. I guess I didn't tell you about that.
Training
program? Yeah, the training program. Anyway, and you're part of it.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah. But yesterday, had Jeff out there, had Owen out there. And, you know, it was just one of those days where, I mean, the temperature for me was just perfect. Must have been low 90s on the grass, no breeze at all. And for some reason, just that energy level was just super solid for 2 hours. And had the benefit of being able, at the end, maybe the last 30 minutes, being able to play points, me just serving to Owen, and Jeff back there behind me, just coaching me like a monster. And, you know, I'm working on a couple things. Which I'll get into this week. I'll let you know what those are. Because I've got a new young player that I want to introduce you to that you may not have heard of. She's right now 200 in the world, WTA. She's just qualified for she's just straight into the Wimbledon qualifying. And she was down here for the last 3 days. Her coach I know very well from Northern California, and she was down here with working on the grass for 3 days, and it was just spectacular. So anyway, next couple of days, I'll let you know what's going on with that. Anyway, guys, the other thing before I forget is the Severson 12, right? The notes that I got from Dave Severson about a month ago when I worked with him about 4 times on my game. And he was kind enough at the end, the last one, I showed up for the 4th session, and I walk out in the court and he's got this typed up full page, 12, as he calls, recommended goals for BA. And so look, what I'm offering is I've got to digitize what he's given to me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each one of Dave's 12 nuggets here, and then I'm going to record a video. I've asked Jeff to help me do this, and we just have to find a time. But we're going to look at each one of these and kind of give you our own personal takes on what Dave's recommended goals here are. So listen, if you want it, no charge on me. It's free. Thank Dave Severson. He's given us permission to share this stuff. If you want it, all you got to do is shoot me an email, brent@webtennis.com. And when it's ready, I'll definitely get you a copy. Again, no charge. And look, you guys have already requested through email. Thank you. But again, it's going to take me a few days, maybe a week or so, to really get the thing the way that I want it in terms of the video, the audio part, and deliver it to you in a couple of different forms. So there you have it, brent@webtennis.com. Guys, that's it for me today. It's time for all of us. We got to get out there, got to help another human being. Human being. What? Being. Have a great day. And guys, I'll see you again next time.